Hey, welcome back to ClearSpot. Here's what separates billion-dollar solar portfolios from struggling ones: an operating model. Not better equipment, not better weather, not luck. An operating model is, well, a systematic framework, 7 interconnected pillars that transform solar operations from reactive firefighting into predictive intelligence. Most solar operators are stuck in what I call the chaos phase. They're detecting problems weeks after they start costing money, deploying technicians to fix symptoms instead of prevent causes, making maintenance decisions based on gut feel, not data, and watching 8% of production evaporate annually without knowing why. The top-performing portfolios? They've built 7 specific pillars into their operations. And in this series, I'm going to show you exactly what those pillars are, how they work together, and how to build them into your organization. This isn't theoretical. This is how the winners operate today. Let's introduce the framework. Think of these 7 pillars as layers of a building. Remove any one, and the structure weakens. Build all 7, and you have something that generates consistent, predictable value. Pillar number 1. Asset health scoring systems. You can't manage what you don't measure. Asset health scoring gives you a single, unified view of every piece of equipment at a glance. Instead of swimming in raw data, you get a health score, 1 to 100, green, yellow, red. This score aggregates dozens of underlying measurements: voltage, temperature, performance ratio, age, degradation rate, maintenance history, into one number that tells you exactly which assets need attention and why. This pillar answers what's actually healthy and what's not. Pillar number 2, KPI frameworks. Once you know what's healthy, you need to know what drives health. KPI frameworks establish the critical metrics that matter. Not all 50 possible metrics are equal. Some move the needle on performance, revenue, and reliability. Others are noise. A proper KPI framework identifies the 12 to 15 metrics that actually predict outcomes: performance ratio, availability, downtime cost, technician utilization, specific yield, degradation rate, and tracks them obsessively. This pillar answers which numbers actually tell the story. Pillar number 3, predictive maintenance ROI models. Maintenance spending is one of the largest controllable costs in solar operations. Traditional reactive maintenance consumes up to 25% of project revenues. Predictive approaches cut this 30 to 50%, delivering 200 to 400% ROI. But here's what operators miss. Not every predictive maintenance intervention is worth the cost. You need an ROI model that calculates for each potential intervention whether fixing it now will save more money than letting it run until failure. This pillar answers which maintenance interventions actually make financial sense. Pillar number 4, workforce optimization strategies. You have technicians, you have sites, you have priorities. Connecting those 3 efficiently is an optimization problem. Legacy approaches schedule maintenance reactively. A problem occurs, you dispatch the nearest available technician. They spend hours driving to get there, fix it, and leave. Modern workforce optimization uses route planning, skill matching, geographic clustering, and weather forecasting to ensure that every technician deployment delivers maximum value. This pillar answers, how do we deploy the right skills to the right places at the right times? Pillar number 5, risk assessment matrices. Not all problems are equal. A PID issue on 1% of modules is not the same as a PID issue on 30% of modules. A grid connection problem affecting 10 megawatts is not the same as a string-level voltage issue affecting 100 kilowatts. Risk assessment matrices quantify likelihood times severity to create a prioritization framework. This pillar answers, what should we focus on first and why? Pillar number 6, preventative maintenance schedules. Once you understand risk and ROI, you can design a preventative maintenance schedule that's optimized, not for compliance, but for maximum revenue protection. Rather than following generic maintenance calendars like clean panels quarterly, your schedule is driven by data, soiling patterns, degradation curves, equipment history, climate factors, and historical failure rates. This pillar answers: when should maintenance happen to prevent the most expensive failures? Pillar number 7, continuous improvement cycles. The framework only works if it evolves. Continuous improvement means tracking what interventions actually delivered value, learning from failures and successes, adjusting schedules, priorities, and strategies based on data, and building organizational memory that improves over time. This pillar answers: how do we get better every month? Here's what's powerful about this framework. The 7 pillars aren't independent, they're synergistic. Asset health scoring feeds KPI frameworks, which inform risk matrices, which drive predictive maintenance models, which optimize workforce deployment, which enables preventative scheduling, which powers continuous improvement, which strengthens asset health scoring. It's a flywheel. Each pillar makes the others more effective. The result? 200 to 400% ROI on O&M spending, 30 to 50% cost reduction versus reactive approaches, 60 to 70% downtime reduction, 47% fewer unplanned failures, and maintenance response time dropping from 72 hours to 4 hours. This isn't fantasy. This is how top performers operate today. In the episodes coming this week, we're going deep on each pillar. Today, we start with asset health scoring systems, the foundation that makes everything else possible. If you found this valuable, subscribe for the full series. The solar operators winning in this market have built this framework. The question is, will you build it too? Thanks for watching. Let's build excellence. Imagine walking into your control room and asking, how is my solar farm? The old answer: you get 50 different numbers, 40 different alerts, and nobody knows which one matters. String 1247 voltage is down 3%. Module temperature on inverter 14 is 8 degrees Celsius above average. PR on the north field is 82.1%. Soiling is estimated at 4.2%. One technician report from Tuesday mentioned something about a junction box. All these data points are technically true. None of them tell you whether you should worry. The new answer: one number, one color, one story. Your asset health score is 73. You have 2 critical issues, 5 high priority items, and 3 scheduled maintenance tasks. Here's your revenue at risk if you don't act: $34,000 this quarter. That's asset health scoring. Today, I'm showing you how to build it. Asset health scoring is a quantitative framework that synthesizes dozens of operational parameters into a single, actionable health index. Think of it like a credit score for your solar equipment. Credit bureaus take thousands of data points: payment history, credit utilization, account age, inquiry frequency, and compress them into one number between 300 and 850. Banks use this score to make lending decisions instantly. They don't need to analyze your full financial history. Asset health scoring does the same for your equipment. It takes electrical performance metrics like voltage, current, and power output, as well as thermal data, temperature deviations, and hotspots. It also looks at degradation patterns, such as PR trends, age, and technology, plus maintenance history, including repair frequency and downtime duration. Environmental factors like soiling, corrosion risk, and climate stress are considered too, along with equipment criticality. Basically, how much capacity does it control? All of this gets boiled down to a score that tells you exactly how healthy each asset is. The scoring system typically uses a 1 to 100 scale. A score of 85 to 100 means excellent, optimal condition, minimal intervention needed. 70 to 84 is good, normal operation, standard maintenance. 50 to 69 is acceptable, early warning signs, so you should monitor closely. 30 to 49 is poor, intervention recommended within weeks. Less than 30? That's critical, immediate action required. Asset health scoring can operate at multiple levels. At the farm level, it covers the entire installation. For example, your 50 megawatt farm, 78 health score. At the inverter level, it's for individual inverters, like Inverter 1462 health score. At the string level, it's for string groups, such as String 1247 45 health score. And at the module level, It's for individual modules. For example, module on position 1247-8, 31 health score. The most powerful implementations track all 4 levels simultaneously, giving you a complete hierarchy from farm-wide health down to specific failed components. Let me break down exactly how the scoring system works. It's built on 4 layers of calculation. Layer 1 is raw measurements. You start with the raw data, voltage readings, current traces, temperature sensors, irradiance measurements, and power output. This data comes from multiple sources: string monitoring units for voltage and current, thermal cameras for temperature, inverter logs for AC output and efficiency, weather stations for irradiance and ambient temperature, historical maintenance records, and performance models. Modern solar installations generate this data continuously, thousands of data points per second. Layer 2 is normalized indicators. Raw measurements mean nothing without context, so you need to normalize them. For example, voltage is 480 volts doesn't mean much, but voltage is 2% below expected for this irradiance, and temperature means everything. Temperature is 55 degrees Celsius is neutral, but temperature is 15 degrees above surrounding modules is a red flag. PR is 80% might be excellent or terrible, depending on climate and system age. Normalized indicators convert raw measurements into contextual metrics that account for weather, age, climate, technology, and expected performance. Layer 3 is component health indices. Different types of problems affect different equipment, so rather than creating one score, health scoring systems create component-specific scores. For modules, you're looking at voltage, current, temperature, and IV curve, with red flags like hotspots, PID signatures, or microcracks. For strings, it's string voltage and current balance, with issues like voltage deviation or bypass diode failure. Inverters are scored on output power, efficiency, and temperature, with things like clipping, thermal stress, or error codes being red flags. Combiners are checked for current distribution and voltage drop, with unequal string loading or connection issues as potential problems. Balance of plant components are monitored for transformer temperature and breaker status, watching for overheating or intermittent faults. Each component gets its own subscore based on the parameters that matter most for that component. Layer 4 is the aggregate health score. These component scores are weighted and aggregated into a single farm-level health score. The weighting reflects financial impact. Inverter failures have a huge impact, 37 to 39% of power loss. String failures have a medium impact, 22% of power loss, while individual module failures have lower impact. Soiling has a uniform impact across the farm. A sophisticated system might weight inverter health at 40%, string health at 30%, module health at 20%, and environmental factors at 10%. The aggregate score represents your overall asset health, accounting for what's broken, how critical it is, and how much revenue is at risk. Let me show you how this works with real examples. Okay, first up, the silent PID killer. Imagine you have a 50 megawatt farm. The overall health score is 82, which sounds good, right? But your asset health scoring system actually breaks it down by inverter. Inverter 14, for example, has a health score of 31. Yeah, that's critical. So, why is that? The system detected that string voltage in inverter 14 is 2.3% below the parallel strings. The voltage deviation persists even after cloud cover, while normal modules would recover. Thermal analysis shows gradient heating from the frame, and string 14's performance ratio has declined 1.8% in the past 12 months, compared to 0.5% expected. Now, if you look at the individual indicators, you might think, minor. But the aggregate score says, critical, PID is happening. The system alerts you. Predicted revenue loss, $180,000 per year if left untreated. Intervention cost, $25,000. ROI, 620%. So, you deploy a technician with an anti-PID box. Without the health score system, this would have been invisible for 18 to 24 months. Instead, you catch it in 6 months. Now, let's look at example 2, the inverter about to fail. Your farm level score is stable at 79, But inverter 23's health score drops from 74 to 68 to 61 over 3 weeks. The system shows inverter temperature elevated 12 degrees Celsius above typical, output efficiency declining from 98.5% to 97.8%, and DC-AC conversion losses increasing. Historical data shows a similar pattern preceded inverter failure back in 2021. The health score warns 80% probability of inverter failure in 21 to 45 days. Spare part lead time 14 days. Recommend ordering immediately. So you order the spare part with 7 days to spare. The inverter fails right on schedule. You swap it in 4 hours. No production loss, no emergency repair costs. Without the health score, you'd discover the failure when production disappeared. 3 weeks after, you could have ordered a replacement. And finally, example 3, soiling masking. Other issues. Your farm health score dropped from 82 to 75 over the past month. Breaking it down, module health score is 73. Soiling accumulation detected. String health score is 74. Just minor issues. Inverter health score is 79. Normal. The system tells you. Soiling is responsible for 5 points of decline. Cleaning will restore 4 to 5 points. After cleaning, underlying module health is 79. Normal. Cost of cleaning, $8,000. Restored revenue, $25,000. ROI, 212%. So, you schedule cleaning. But more importantly, after cleaning, your actual module health is revealed 79. Nothing else is wrong. Without the health score system, you might have dispatched technicians looking for electrical problems that don't exist. Here's where asset health scoring really transforms from interesting to game-changing. Quantifying revenue at risk. Health scoring systems connect each health score to specific revenue impact calculations. So, a health score of 70 doesn't just mean yellow. It means, based on degradation patterns, this equipment will cause $12,000 in lost production this quarter if not maintained. Intervention cost, $2,400. ROI, 400%. Action, schedule maintenance. Now, a health score of 45 means this equipment will cost $340,000 in lost production if not addressed. Intervention cost, $28,000. ROI, 1,150%. Action, emergency intervention required. This completely transforms maintenance from a compliance exercise into financial decision-making. Your maintenance budget isn't unlimited, but now you can rank every maintenance opportunity by ROI. You fix the items with the highest revenue impact first. The aggregate effect: a 50-megawatt farm with 200 inverters and 10,000 strings has hundreds of potential interventions competing for a limited budget. Asset health scoring ranks all of them by financial impact and tells your team exactly which 20 interventions will deliver 80% of the value. Okay, so how do you actually build this? Here's the practical roadmap. Step 1. Define your scoring parameters, usually in week 1 to 2. Identify 20 to 30 key measurements that indicate equipment health, like electrical parameters, voltage, current, power, efficiency, thermal data, temperature, gradients, performance, PR, specific yield, degradation rate, maintenance, repair frequency, downtime duration, and age and criticality, equipment type, installed capacity. Step 2. Normalize and weight parameters, which you do in week 2 to 3. For each parameter, establish what's normal for your equipment, climate, and age. Figure out how much deviation matters, with weights from 1 to 5. Set the alarm thresholds. Yellow versus red. For example, string voltage, 2% below parallel equals yellow. String voltage, 5% below parallel equals red. Step 3. Create component indices, usually in week 3 to 4. For modules, strings, inverters, and combiners, create specific health indices that weight parameters appropriately. Module health might be 40% electrical, 30% thermal, 20% degradation, and 10% maintenance history. String health could be 50% electrical, 25% thermal, 15% balancing, and 10% maintenance history. Step 4. Build the aggregate score, week 4 to 5. Weight component scores by financial impact to create your farm-level health score. Inverters at 40%. They have the highest impact on power loss. strings at 30%, modules at 15%, and environmental or balance of plant at 15%. Step 5. Connect to revenue impact, week 5 to 6. For each health score range, calculate financial consequences. Score 80 to 100. About $0 revenue at risk. Score 60 to 79. $5,000 to $50,000 revenue at risk per year. Score 40 to 59, $50,000 to $250,000 revenue at risk. Score 20 to 39, $250,000 to $1 million revenue at risk. Score below 20, more than $1 million revenue at risk. Step 6. Create alerts and actions, week 6 to 7. Define what happens when scores drop. Score below 70, monthly review. Score below 50, weekly review plus maintenance scheduling. Score below 30, emergency response and diagnostics. Critical equipment below 50, same-day alert. Step 7. Integrate with your systems. This is ongoing. Connect to your monitoring platform, CMMS, scheduling system, and financial reporting. Best-in-class systems update health scores continuously, real-time or hourly, not just monthly. Here's the bottom line. Asset health scoring transforms solar operations from data-rich and decision-poor to data-rich and decision-rich. Without health scoring, you just drown in numbers. String 1247 voltage is 478 volts. Inverter 14 efficiency is 98.1%. Module position 3-47 is 3 degrees hotter than neighbors. What does it mean? You don't know. With health scoring, every number is translated into one question. Should I act or wait? A health score of 73 says act. This will cost you $34,000 this quarter if you don't fix it. The fix costs $2,000. Do it now. A score of 85 says, wait, this is fine. Focus elsewhere. This is exactly how top-performing solar operators make decisions. They've automated the analysis. They've quantified the impact. They've aligned maintenance spending with revenue protection. At ClearSpot, we're building asset health scoring into the core of solar operations, so every operator can make decisions like the best operators do. Because here's the truth. You can't optimize what you don't understand. And you can't understand your farm without health scoring. At ClearSpot, we don't just monitor. We understand. We score. We prioritize. We help you win. Like, share, and subscribe for more solar insights. ClearSpot. Smart device. Smarter decisions. Thanks for watching.